everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This guy was a secondary's worst nightmare last week. He had a huge game catching the football in that win. If he's able to do even close to that same amount of damage in this one, they should be looking at another victory for sure. It's the Texans going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's get up to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They'll come out in the pistol. They start on the ground with Ivory. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On first down, this is Ivory. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw, it's Bortles. That is caught. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out here in the eye. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. That is caught. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now, partner, he has surpassed Marvin Harrison's record for most catches in a single season. He's got 144.
It's amazing. He almost did it quietly because Marvin Harrison wasn't a guy that we saw much in the media, but boy, did he produce. Now, he steps aside. Marvin Harrison is number 2. We were here today to see the new number 1.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work. comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Bortles now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Bortles now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. So he couldn't find his man there as it falls to the ground.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Bortles now to throw. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one. Right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of
and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bortles. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission.
Green 90. Green 90.
Bortles now on first down. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. So they're unsuccessful there, hooking up on the pass.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw, and it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
To throw is Bortles. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Holding offense. Still first down.
The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go. Now Bortles. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars played well en route to a victory last week, and today it's been more of the same. The Texans are just going to have to try and figure out a way to make a dent in this deficit. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, the pass will be caught over the middle, and this goes 25 yards for the score. They're now on top by 4. We go now late in the first. Blake Bortles with the completion over the middle, and he's going to go 56 yards for the score. They're now on top by 4. Jaguars with the ball early in the second. Pryor's going to take off here, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Jaguars go up by 8, about halfway through the second quarter. It's Bortles with the completion over the middle, and this long run goes for a touchdown. The lead grows to 15. Jaguars lined up at the 15. The quick pass, it's complete, and he caps off the 7-play drive with the score. The Jaguars up now by 19. So that's it